Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to this project, which is a mini album we are making using Stamperia Klimt. This is a design project for Scrap and Create, and you can get all your supplies there. I will have a link down below. And there is also a link below to the cutting guide. And I have for this project and all of my projects pretty much playlists. So if you're tuning in later and trying to find all of the videos, just go ahead to my playlists and you will find loads and loads of playlists of projects, and they're all named by the paper. So you'll be looking for Klimt for this one. I believe I can't remember if I just named it Klimt or Stamperia Klimt, but you'll be able to find it. So last time we got our pages pretty much together. I am still, it's actually the same day for me, so I don't have my magnets. I'm out of magnets, and I just found out they'll be here in 2 days, so 3 days actually. But I don't want to not work on it, so I picked out a lot of mats, and some of them I can't put down yet because of not having the magnets, but some of them I can. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and do what we can, and then I will continue along once I get my magnets. So I'm gonna put those up there and bring the next, let's see, gotta figure out where I'm at here. This one, okay, hang on. Yeah, that goes there, and that goes there. Okay, so let me just put that there for the moment. Okay, so this is page 1, and we already had her in place. And what I have here is, this is the 12 by 12. That's actually the whole thing, and it's not wide enough to go all the way across, but it was also too tall. So I cut this piece from up here somewhere. I forget how it went. I guess it went like that. And I cut this piece to go over here. I'm just going to put it underneath that one. I think I'll have to trim it down a little bit to fill in. Okay, so here we have a whole piece, and then this is a flap, and this is going to go on the front of that flap. So let me go ahead ink. Okay, and let me figure out exactly how wide I want this, because I'm just going to put it underneath the other one, so I'm not going to match them. Hang on. I've got stuff on the camera here anyway. Two inches, I think, should be good. Yeah, 2 inches will be fine. Okay, and I want from this side. Okay, so that one is going to go under that one, like that. And I mean, you can tell that there's a seam, sort of, but it's not super obvious. So let us go ahead. Might as well start there. And I'm using my art glitter glue. And then make sure that corner is down. Okay, and then this one is going to go here, and it's going to be on top of it. You want to try to line them up so that it looks like a straight line across, and it won't be super noticeable. You've got two pieces there. I've got a lot of volume under there, so it's a little tricky. Okay, and now this one is going to go here. Just getting an idea. Now be careful here because you've got that extra line that you've scored to give you, you know, some room for all the things that are going on, and you don't want to accidentally go into that area where that flap is. Okay. Now, slide these up a little bit more. Okay. Right. And this is what I have for here. And these are both from the 8x8. Okay. That is going there, and that is going there. Okay. I feel like I cut this a little narrow. But I am okay with it. Okay, there we go. And then this one is going here. And I did not, let me get this ink out of the way so I don't open anything on it. I didn't choose the lining pieces here, but I do have the fronts of the pockets, and this is from the 12x12. It's just one strip that I cut off the bottom, and then I just cut my two pieces from it. Okay, so this one is going here. And again, I feel like for some reason I cut this side mats a little narrow, but it's okay. Do I have the right? Yeah. Just want to make sure I've got the right side up. Oops. And what did I do with looking for my white sheet that I had to help me line up mats? It's a little late now. what I did with it. Let me grab another one. There we go. That's not too loud. My air conditioning just came on. Sorry, I live in Florida. I know some of you are freezing. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Okay. Put that down there out of the way. And that, and that. And that. I really like that. Okay. Now this page, this is the 8x8, and it's just getting one solid mat, and I don't think I cut this to fit yet. I didn't. Okay, let me cut this down to 7 7/8 square, and then I need this one 7 7/8 square for the next page. Okay, and let's get these inked. This one is going there. Just double checking, making sure I'm putting it right side up. Cool. Make sure we get the corners really good. Okay. Now this is going to open up, and we have this large expanse, and then there's going to be an equally large expanse on the other side. So we may yet add things, or we may just do a really awesome collage-y kind of thing across the whole thing with loads of room for pictures, so which is where I'm leaning. So that is that. So let me get that one down here. And now this one goes like that. This is the same thing. It has a a large area in the middle. And of course, if you've seen the walkthrough video, you already know what we did. Whereas I have no idea. Go. Good. Get that corner. I feel like that corner needs a little bit more glue. This is also our glitter glue, it's just in a smaller bottle. Okay. Cool. And all the bottles that I use are available on Amazon. They're linked down below. Okay, now we have her, which we already had her down, and I picked out this for the pocket. And this is from the 8x8. switching back and forth between 8x8 and 12x12. The two mats that we just did were from the 8x8. Okay, looks good. I put way too much glue where it's going to go in the pocket. I completely forgot. Okay. It is a lot easier to get things in the pocket if you do not put glue on the part that's going in the pocket. Or conversely, if you put a whole lot of glue on the part that's going in the pocket, it'll help it slide. Okay, but if you put just an average amount, it'll catch. Plus it might ooze and glue your pocket shut. This is just a little 6-inch metal ruler that I like to use to burnish down mats. It opens up the pocket a little and it makes sure that you don't glue the pocket shut. Okay, there's that. And then this page, okay, so this page is here, this page is here, and it has a flap the same size as this pocket. I cannot glue this down yet because I don't have the magnet, but I can put this piece down, and this piece comes from the same as this piece. I believe it's the same, yes, the same side and everything. So when I cut her, I had a scrap, and I used that scrap to cut this piece. Oops. Somebody's coming in. Yep, my neighbor with the diesel truck. Go. There. I always like to get a visual in my head of where it's going to go. 9 times out of 10 it doesn't end up there, but at least I have an idea where it should have gone. This is so pretty. The colors are very pretty. Not what I normally pick, really, but they're really pretty. I don't know why I say that. These actually aren't that far off from a lot of Stamperia colors, which and 9 times out of 10, I'm working with Stamperias. Okay, there we go. And then once I have a magnet, we'll be able to put this one down. And then this one, we've already done this side. Let me put this down. We've done this side, but I can't do the middle part because I don't have the magnets, but this is what I'm going to use. And this came from the 8x8, so if you want to get that down, you can. I just don't have my magnet, so I can't. So that's that one. Okay. All right, and then we have this. Now this is the page that has the belly band, and I cut, this is an 8x8, and this is from the second 8x8 that we just were using that has the tall girl on it. It actually goes like that, and but I think I'm going to put it this way. I like the way it looks better. So I'm going to use that. So I have reached into the second 8x8. I've used several sheets actually. So I'm definitely going to use 2 8x8. I haven't cut into the second 12x12, but I still have quite a ways to go, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to. Okay, so there's that. this is going in here. Like that. Okay. So let's do this one first. And we're going to add an envelope on top of this, or at least that's the current plan. Things change. There is that. And then this, let me move her. What I like to do with these is it is way too hard to slide a really big glued up piece of paper into a belly band. So I put them in and then glue them in place. Okay. There's that. And then we need this side. So I'm trying to be better about staying on camera. Okay, so that's that one. That's page 7. Page 8, I didn't have anything. I was originally going to put like a vertical flap, but I have a lot of flaps in this album. I don't think I need another flap. So I am just going to put this whole mat down. This is the 8x8. We already have her featured, so I don't mind putting it here like this. And then we may do a, you know, like a layout or something on it, or we may just leave it because it's pretty. And so let's put that down. And this won't need any magnets, so I can put it down. Okay, and let me see, yes. What, did I cut this down to size? Before I put any more glue on it, I did, okay. Whoa. Okay. And I got glue on the front of it. So let me get this down quick and wipe that up. Okay. Alright, so we have got quite a bit done here. Now I can't do anything with these because I don't have the magnet. Now these, I can't do the insides because I don't have the magnets, but we could do the outside. We can do what I have planned. And that's going to be pages 2, this page is bulky, 2 and 3. So let me set these aside. Okay, I'm going to pause while I get some stuff. I'll be right back in a second and we will work on these. right. So what I have done is I cut out from the 8x8 and the 12x12, I cut out some of these squares from that sheet that has all squares on it. And also from the inside cover of the 8x8, I cut out some labels. I ended up only using just this one. And I have things loosely laid out. I have a picture so I don't forget how I had it, because it's been a while. It doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure the ones on this side, are fairly low, and then we're sort of swooping up that way. Something like that. I need to turn that one. Okay. That's kind of okay. I'm kind of okay with that. And I did ink everything because I didn't want to place them and then have to pick them up and ink them and lose where I had them. So this is pretty much where I'm going with this. So let me get these glued down. I'm going to start with this one up in the corner. And of course this is purely decorative, so you can leave it off, you can put something else entirely, whatever you want to do. And let's see, so I'm gonna put that one down first. I want that about there, like that. Okay, and then this one I'm going to angle more that way. I've got my picture here off camera, although, like I said, I really could just put these wherever. And as long as they follow that angle, I think they'll be fine. This one. Like that. And let's see, and then this one is kind of angled like that. And that one we're going to put like that. And let's see, this one, I think I want like that. I want to make sure I don't go too high on this page because I need to leave myself room to go up on that side. Let's go about there. And that one about there, kind of straight on. And then that one kind of like that. There. And let's see, just gonna move some of these out of the way. And I'm just gonna give myself a little mark. I'm gonna cover it with this little card. That right about there. Okay, and then this one, put right about there. I have more of these and more labels if I want them, but I think this is going to be good. And let's see, this one. Right about there. Okay, and let's see, let's put that one. Let's put that about there. Okay. And that, maybe kind of like that. Okay, and I think I'll put this one. By switching, like moving forward and then back, it means that I don't have like this one on top and then this one on top and then this one and this one, so that each succeeding one is on top of the other. I want them more staggered than that. Let's go right about there. Okay, and then this is right about there. Okay, that looks good. I am happy with that. Sorry, that was outside, obviously. Okay, I like that. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And then this one I can't put that mat down because I don't have my magnets. Okay, so that's that. And so I have I don't really want to pick some of these smaller mats yet because I still have some big areas that need mats. That's 7 and that is 8. It's coming along though. Okay, I think I'm gonna pause and I'll be back just in a second for you. It may be a couple of days for me because I feel like there's not a lot more I can do until I get those magnets. So I will see you in a second and we will keep going. Okay, I have got my magnets, so we can move on. Grab those. Can't remember exactly where I needed them, but I know I needed them. It's been a couple of days, but they were delivered right on time. Thank you, Post Office. And let me see. Oh, that's a lot of magnets. Okay, I think this one was totally done, wasn't it? Or at least we have to do the insides, but the main, like all the flaps have their magnets. Okay, and then that has its magnets, but I think this one is missing a magnet, if I remember rightly. It is? Okay, so here's where we left off. Until we get mats for that. Okay, so that is that. And she's all set. And we need magnets here. And of course, if you have all your magnets, you can have been doing this as you went along. You can do one magnet pair if you like, but something this big, I want to use 2. You guys can see me now that I can actually see the camera. I have to remember to look at it. Okay, there's that. Oh, yeah, there. Oops. What on earth did I do? Hang on. Right there. Okay. And let's see, we can just use this. And okay, and I think this was my original plan, but I feel like that's a little matchy-matchy with that. Maybe we want to use this side instead. I think so. Okay. So let me move that. Let's see. All right, so I did trim this down to size already. Did I ink it already? Yes. Okay, so we can go ahead and put this one down. I'm sorry, the truck is back. I swear this gentleman does not go in and out like every 5 minutes like it must seem to you guys. But I think he and I must be on very similar schedules in terms of finishing our regular work days and whatnot. So he's coming home from work just as I'm finished my other job and I'm sitting down to do this. Okay, just check it. It's a little crooked. That looks nice. Okay. So that goes there, and then this turns over, and this is that 4 spiral. So what I'm going to do is put a magnet on this one, and then a magnet on the base, and that should be enough. These are pretty strong magnets. So let me close those up. That so I can get at it. Okay, that. And okay, let me just move these. Hang on. Off to the side. Okay. And then here is this one, and I need a scrap. Have to pick it up. Okay. And let's put that there. And then before I glue everything, I'm just going to put that down there. Let us... And actually, I'm going to put, let me grab, let's see what else I have. Where's that magnet? Just going to put 2 there because there's going to be one there. There's actually going to be extras all throughout, but let's just see how we do with this. I don't know. Wondering if I need. Wonder if I need one on here. Okay, let's. I feel like I might need another one, so let's Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. And I might just need to flip, excuse me, flip that one over. So essentially this, if we do it this way, we'll have every other one will have a magnet. Why am I keep trying to do that when I have a tool? Tape these. All right, I know you can't see, so I've got one down here. Can you see that one? Just barely. Okay. We have those. That one's not taped down very well, but it'll be all right. Okay, so we have that one, that one, that one, that one. Then this is not going to stick because it's facing the wrong way, I think. No, it's facing the right way. Okay, that's much better. That's a tighter. Let me just, yeah. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so hopefully you saw how I did that. So if you're looking at it, there's a magnet on this top flap, and there's a magnet here on this bottom flap, and there's a magnet in the base, but there aren't any on the two sides. And then this, let me put this in again, so we have several layers of stuff. So we have that one, that one, that one, and that. Yeah, so this way none of them have to go through too many layers. And let me see, is this one? Yeah. Okay, this is the right size. And it has been inked, so let's go ahead and put this down. Was I going to do that side? No, I don't think so. I'm just going to use that. All right. But if you know you're going to put a big picture here, you could use this side and it'll be just fine. There's still, get that slid over. That's a little low. Push it up a little. Okay, that's not bad. And there's still plenty of room like here for a photo, even though it's a big design. Or all four quadrants and then just leave the middle without. Okay. Go. That is that. Okay. There. Hang on. Okay, so that's 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, and that is 8. You know, that looks really nice with that. I don't know. We don't have to decide right this minute, but that looks nice too, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. So I am going to call that done. And between now and the next time, you should make your cover. I will have the measurements in the cutting guide below. And it is going to be, the measurements will be there. I have a video on how to make a cover. And I'm pausing because I'm wondering if I want to make my cover before we finish here. And I probably should. Okay, give me a minute. I'm going to make my cover. And the reason for that is I want to put the rice paper on now before we finish, because it really needs to dry before we can proceed. So let me find that. Hang on. Okay, so this is the rice paper that I have, and I'm going to be wrapping it around the spine, like so, and it does need to dry. It doesn't take too long, but I like to do mine and let them rest overnight. So I'm going to make my cover. It's going to be just wrapped in black, nothing fancy, and then we'll put the, oh, wait a minute, hang on. See, this is why I need to think about something. Okay, I am going to make my cover two-toned. So you're going to follow your directions for a two-toned cover, you know, a contrasting spine cover. It's in my Construction Basics playlist. And I'm going to use a lighter paper, either white or craft. I'll let you know when I come back and it's done. And that way this paper will show up better. If I try to wrap this over black, it'll dull it down too much. So we're going to do a contrast spine with either white or craft, depending how I like it when I test it. So I'll be back with a cover and in just a second for you, and you will see the colors I ended up with, and then we will wrap. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I decided on craft for my spine. I cut this piece 6 3/4. If you're wondering, it doesn't matter all that much, but I usually like about 2 inches front and back. Then you'll need a 1/2 inch for the gaps and 2 1/4 for the spine. Okay, so what we're going to do is wrap our spine with this piece of rice paper, which, if you've not seen this before, I've done it on a lot of albums. I try to do it whenever I can. I just think it gives a more polished look to the spine because it wraps all the way around and there's no gaps. So let us see. There's no particular part of this that I want to show more than any other part. So I think we can just basically center it. And let's start right about there. Okay. And then I'm just going to use the plastic it came in if I need a palette for my glue. And for this I use Stamperia Cola Velo. And I always recommend, as an alternative, Mod Podge, the matte Mod Podge, or matte medium. But I had somebody tell me that matte Mod Podge takes like never dries. It stays tacky. If that's the case, I'll try to remember to get a link for this glue, or use the matte medium. I would say get the matte Mod Podge and test it. You know, maybe it's a climate thing. Adhesives do vary depending on your climate. So I'm just centering this as best I can. Okay. And then we are going to mat this cover so all of this will not show. And if you get, now this is a matte finish, but it does leave a little bit of a shine. However, since I'm going to be covering it with pattern paper down the road, if a little bit sticks out, I'm not too concerned, like right there, because we're going to go over it anyway. So, okay, there we go. And then when we're doing this spine area, I'll lift this back now. I do like it to be in the bent position rather than putting this down flat, so that the paper is going around it in the way that it will, in the finished book. Roll it over like that, and then I'm just going to turn it over this way. And you want a fairly big brush when you're doing this, just because you want to cover some ground with your glue. If you use too small a brush, it can take quite a while to get some glue down, and what you've already put might start to dry before you get the paper into it. Okay. And besides looking good, I think this adds a certain amount of strength. I've never actually had a spine fully crack on me, but I know people have, so. Up and over this area. Okay. Again, I'm just lifting it into the position it'll be when the book is complete. Okay. Good. And then I'm just going to go over it on the outside, especially on the seam areas. Don't worry, it's a little cloudy. It does dry clear. And I'm going to get back to that because I do want, oops, that's lifting a little bit. There we go. We do need to wrap this, and I probably should have done that before I put all that adhesive on the outside, but it dries pretty quick. It's already pretty dry. So let me move that out of the way. And this just rolls up and over. And you want to make sure you get, let me see if that's visible, hang on. You want to make sure that you get glue up into, right up against there, the edge of the cover. And then it gets a little soft when it's this wet, but just do your best. Most of this is not going to be seen on the inside, but you want to make sure you get it nice and smooth and tight against the edge. Okay, that's good. And the other end. edge. Be careful when it's wet not to tug on it too much, because while it's strong, when it's wet it will tear. Okay, but if it does tear it, you can just put it back together with a little glue. Okay, and then we're going to do the same down here. And again, you don't have to fuss over too much, because it's going to be matted over. So, okay, that's good. And let's see. Let's see, this is the side we already did the outside, so we need to do the outside on this side. Now I'm going to leave that to dry, and we're going to call that done. And I will see you next time, and we'll get our hinge into the book. The measurements for the hinge will be in the cutting guide, so if you know how to do that, you can proceed. There's a video on how to do it as well, but most likely I will also show it. And then next time we'll get our pages in the book. So I will see you next time. Don't forget to visit Scrap and Create to get your supplies. And I will have links down below, and there will be a link down below for the cutting guide for this project. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.